If everybody would please stand.
Okay, now while we're still standing, can we all participate in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now can we have just a brief moment of silence? Thank you. Okay, I'd like to thank everybody for coming. My name is Marty Wood. I'm the principal here at Clifton Middle School. And before I introduce our first speaker, just wanted to reflect a little bit about the last 2 years, what these students have endured, what we all have for the last 2 years. On March 13th, 2020, these students were sixth graders, okay? And that's the fateful day that schools were closed. They were, hopefully by that point in March, adjusting to life as a middle school student, which is so very different than life in elementary schools. And then we just weren't in school anymore, okay? We come back the next year with the hybrid schedule, at-home learning, Google Classrooms, virtual students, and that was not easy. Then everybody finally came back that year around February to 4 days a week. Then this year we started off what we thought was going to be normal. We're still wearing the masks, but we didn't think that we still have the pandemic to deal with quarantines, teachers, students missing school, but we did, and that wasn't easy. Even though we had everybody back in school, it still wasn't quite the same. So we got to give these students credit for getting to this point and getting ready to take that next step to be a high school student and another transition and all that entails. I wish you nothing but the best. Okay, so now our first speaker is our superintendent, Mrs. Kimberly Halterman.
Thank you, Mr. Wood. I'm a little bit shorter than Mr. Wood, so I have to kind of adjust things here for a second. It is wonderful to see everyone here today, and folks getting promoted to the middle school, to the high school from the middle school. I really hope to have a word of hope for you, and it follows very nicely with what Mr. Wood was just sharing. His words are very, very true. And at situations like this, lots of times we adults, we speak to you, having gone on a road similar to the road you're on, and we try our very best to give you advice. And I'm going to do that, but I'm also going to tell you something that you all understand much more deeply than I will understand because of the circumstances that you faced already in dealing with the pandemic and other things we didn't expect as you handled your middle school career. So today I want to talk to you about hope. Hope has been my theme for these type of ceremonies this year. I talked about hope in a little bit of a different way to our friends who graduated on Saturday. Hope is something that you all know really deeply. And it's a conversation with a student that taught me that. I asked a student the other day, what do you mean students understand hope better? Like, help me know what you mean. And she explained to me that what hope is is moving forward when you're not really sure what moving forward means. It's taking the next step without being completely sure of the outcome. And we take a lot of things for granted in our lives. And you all know that you have to have hope even when you aren't quite sure exactly what will happen next. We're so proud of the resilience you've developed. We're so proud of what you've accomplished under difficult circumstances, and they have indeed been difficult. We've done our very best to help you, but they have been challenging things. And I really want you all who are in front of me today as folks getting promoted to the 9th grade to know that we mean that when we say that. As much as you have had a special challenge, you've also had a really special success. And we really appreciate that about all of you. And as adults, we know if you keep moving forward with hope in mind, even when you don't know exactly what the next step is or exactly what the outcome will be, you will have a lot of joy. And that is absolutely what we wish for you. The first joy in front of you is summer vacation. I'm probably looking at some friends who would like to be off for a little while, and we certainly appreciate that. But you also have other joys ahead of you as you get ready to begin your high school career. New activities, new athletic accomplishments, new classes, additional people to meet, and we're just excited for you. And we want you to carry hope with you. Please hear us say that we truly mean those words from our hearts, and we're very confident about your ability to succeed in the future. That is, simply put, what I wanted to say to you today. I also want to encourage you all, as our friends who are being promoted, to please make sure you say thank you to the adults gathered here or elsewhere in your lives that have helped you get to this point. They have also worked very, very hard. So those individuals certainly include your families, your parents, your neighbors, people in the community, people who were able to get here today to support you, fellow students, teachers, staff, even staff at other schools. When you see these individuals, please thank them because your words mean the world to them. Again, my challenge to you today is to move forward hopefully. Next year is going to be great, and enjoy this moment of success in front of you here today. Thank you.
Okay, now Mr. Luke Bradley will speak, and Mr. Bradley is going to be joining the faculty here at Clifton Middle School next year as a 6th grade social studies teacher.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm going to get ready to take this mic out of the stand to avoid the height difference altogether. So give me just a second. This is always such an exciting time. What a great looking crew. Aren't they incredible? Can we go ahead and give them a hand for their accomplishment? Good afternoon, parents, guardians, faculty, and staff, and to the graduating class of 2022 from Clifton Middle School. It is my great privilege to be here today for the 5th year in a row, not counting our COVID year, to speak to you for just a few moments. First, I would like to share with you all, as if today is not enough to make your families filled with mixed emotions, that you will also be the high school graduating class of 2026. I know that it seems that the high school threshold of graduation is a long way off, but reflect for a moment of how quickly the past several years of your schooling have gone by. Over the past 5 years, some of my talks to these graduating classes have been related to goals, which meant giving our absolute limitless service. Others have been related to time, which told us that time is temporary, that time requires involvement from all people, that time creates moments that we must treasure the memories of, and finally, that you and we are all essential to time. With each of these speeches, I have made reference to typical graduation topics that a person would hear, and I am not so sure that if you ask the previous graduating classes about some of my topics, they most likely would not be able to tell you anything about them. However, I will say that as I talked to a member of the class of 2023 the other day, he said the one thing that he remembered from my speech the year of his 8th grade graduation was that I wished that we had a wireless microphone so I could walk around the room because I liked to be an active speaker. And of course, we laughed about that moment because it's the small things in life that bring about the most remembrance. Given that this class that I am speaking to today is not a typical graduating class, I would like to adjust my topic for today's speech toward a word and action that many people dislike and typically make an attempt to avoid. That word and action we are going to focus on today is change. A time of change can be intimidating, not only given the circumstances, but also with a change in people. Next year, you will enter into a new building with new people and other unfamiliar territories with that change. But I want to provide you with some words of encouragement and motivation throughout each step of the way. Also, not only will you experience change in your transition to high school, but you will also experience the change of molding into a new school system. My first step in adjusting to change is to pause and simply take a deep breath. So let's all do that together this afternoon. We'll breathe in and breathe out. And now that we've accomplished that task, let us get to the more motivational side of the change. The first 2 words I want you to remember are embrace and enjoy, or as I like to call them, the 2 E's. When we embrace something and view it perhaps as an opportunity, we then begin to better enjoy the change at hand. For example, when you transition into high school next year, you will be exposed to more opportunities. And I would encourage you to take hold of those things. Some of these opportunities may be related to sports, class options, clubs, and even the arts. Get involved in these areas and strive for greatness as you embrace and enjoy the changes that come about along your pathway to success. Next, this afternoon, I would encourage you to follow the AO method, as I always say. AO stands for adapt and overcome. When there are changes that we have a hard time transitioning to, we must adapt and overcome in those circumstances. For example, if there is a particular course that seems to be tough, perhaps you can study more and push through in order to continue to pursue your success all the while. The 2 E's and the AO method are essentially intertwined because as you become more involved, your academic success and adaptation to these changes will begin to provide motivation for your ability to embrace and enjoy the opportunities that are presented to you. All of these principles not only apply in education, but also in your daily life. Finally, I would like to close with this thought. Abraham Lincoln, the 16th president of the United States, said, "I am a success today because I had a friend who believed in me, and I didn't have the heart to let him down." Lincoln shows us in this quote that our friends are a super important part of our life. Not only is it important to surround ourselves with friends that are supportive and encouraging to us, but it is also important to be that friend to others. So with that being said, we should all have and be a Lincoln friend to others. There's a story about a professor that once gave a balloon to every student in the class, told them to inflate it, write their name on it, and throw it out into the hallway. The professor then mixed all of the balloons together, and the students were given 5 minutes to find their own balloon. And despite a hectic search, no one found their own balloon. At that point, the professor told the students to take the first balloon that they found and hand it to the person whose name was written on it. And within 5 minutes, everyone had their own balloon. The professor told the students, these balloons are like happiness. We will never find it if everyone is looking for their own. But if we care about other people's happiness, we'll find ours too. Consider the people that you surround yourselves with throughout the transition and change carefully. Don't be afraid to try new opportunities and to make new friends and to meet new people. Make it a goal to be the positive piece of the change and to help others towards success. Always remember to embrace and enjoy, to adapt and overcome. Be a Lincoln friend, and that we are all a team on the same playing field. When I consider a playing field, my mind goes to athletics. And when we were playing in a regional game for Allegheny baseball the other day, one of our players was headed down the first baseline and arrived at first base, attempted to avoid a tag as to not get out, and caused an injury to his hip. The point being, he suffered that injury, but when he got to that dugout, his parents were on the scene, his coaches were on the scene, but it was two of his fellow teammates that escorted him to the vehicle and made sure that he safely got out of that stadium. They were his Lincoln friends. That was a physical injury. But sometimes we hit those speed bumps in our road to success, and we suffer those emotional injuries, and we need those Lincoln friends for our support, and we need to be those Lincoln friends. I would like to conclude my speech today the same way that a good friend of mine always does, by reminding each and every person that you are good, you are great, and you are worth it. We are always here to support you in your future endeavors and to share in your successes. Thank you so much for letting me celebrate with you all again today the amazing accomplishments of this graduating class and the wonderful futures that they all have ahead of them. Thank you.
Okay, next up, we have our honor graduates. Okay, there are 14. Okay, and there's maybe 130 eighth graders altogether, something like that. So to be an honor graduate, you have to be enrolled in both algebra and foreign language, which for us is Spanish. Okay, enrolled in both of those and have either A or a B in those classes. So that's a tall order. Those are high school credits. So that is not easy. Okay, so I will call the names. Ms. Fox will give up the awards. Start off with Presley Adams. Graham Brewster. Dominic Brown. Blaine Burley Smith. Zoe Burns. Colton Cook. Bryson Griffith. Taylor Jenkins. Kira Lohman. Selena McMillan. Nolan Nicely. Carter Nicely. Zeke Seville. Brendan Second. Okay, so before we start to hand out their certificates, I'd like for the 8th grade students to give your teachers a big round of applause. Okay, so this box will call the names out, and I will hand out the certificates.
Okay, 8th graders, congratulations. I'm so proud of each and every one of you. I'm excited to see what the future holds for you. So good luck. Presley Adams. Montonio Allen. Aiden Anderson. Ariana Baker. Diego Basilio. That's Brianna Berry. Evan Bishop. Miss Kylie Booz. Graham Brewster. Mr. Connor Brofman. Peyton Brofman. Dominic Brown. Owen Birch. Blaine Burley Smith. Zoa Burns. Samantha Caldwell. Miles Christian. All right, Cade Sejic. Mr. Dejan Clayton. Mr. Damani Clayton. Mr. Colt Cook. Ms. Riley Cosby. Mr. Justin Kraft. Ms. Macy Rush. You guys hear that? That's the rain. Okay, Mr. Michael Daughtry. Leland Dressler. Ms. Zoe Easton. Congratulations. Mr. Caleb Leonard. Mr. Hayden Ridley. Ms. Jamie Gardner. All right, Ms. Pauline Gavin. Drake Gibson. Mr. Landon Gibson. All right, Asbury AJ Godfrey. All right, Mr. Jaquin J. Godfrey. Mr. Bryson Griffith. Okay, Ms. Alyssa Hall. Ms. Hannah Hensley. Mr. David Higgins. Mr. Ashton Hill. Ms. Cora Hodges. Hey, Mr. Austin Jack. Mr. Aiden Jarvis. Ms. Taylor Jeffries. Oh, sorry. That person's out. Forgot to take their name out. Hang on. Ms. Taylor Jenkins. Ms. Brandy Knight. Ms. Riley Cornett. Ms. Faith Leisure White. Ms. Emma Linkenhoker. Ms. Mackenzie Linksweiler. Ms. McKaylee Loudermilk. Miss Kiera Lohman. You're late. Miss Caitlin Lucas. Miss Hannah Malcolm. Miss Casey Marshall. Mr. Brady May. Miss Chevelle May. Ms. Gabby May. All right, Ms. Lainey McCormick. Ms. Ariel McCoy. All right, Ms. Selena McMillian. Ms. Meredith Mentor. Mr. Oakley Morris. Mr. Dalton Nelson. Mr. Nolan Nicely. All right, Mr. Carter Nicely. Mr. Hayden Nicely. Miss Kaylee Nicely. Miss Mackenzie Nicely. Ms. Reagan Nicely. Mr. Brody O'Connor. Ms. Hannah Persinger. All right, Mr. Ethan Phillips. All right, Mr. Tucker Phillips. Miss Sandra Reyna. All right, Miss Savannah Sarton. Mr. Kai Rowland. I'm sorry about that, Kai. That's stuck underneath the other one. I apologize. Hey, Mr. Zeke Seville. Mr. Brendan Sechner. Mr. Ethan Shue. Ms. Elena Shoemaker. Miss Kylie Simmerman. Ms. Emma Skidmore. Miss Elizabeth Small. Ms. Aubrey Smith. Ms. Lily Smith.
Thank you.
Good job. Ms. Nadia Smith. Mr. Riley Smith. Miss Madison Tabor. Miss Allie Taylor. Mr. Ryan Tucker. Miss Shannon Tucker. Mr. Waylon Tucker. Miss Eliza Unroe. Mr. Colton Walton. Ms. Micaiah Washington. Mr. Tristan Whitmer. Bryce Wiseman. It's Grace Wiseman. Mr. Kevin Norley. Okay, Mr. Lucas Wright. And last but certainly not least is Ms. Peyton Wagle.
Okay, so that is going to about wrap this up. I want to thank Ms. Shepard, Terry Shepard, for putting this nice program together and really organizing all this. And also to Ms. Fox for getting the certificates taken care of and taking care of all the logistics. So congratulations to everybody. I believe there's going to be some cupcakes in the cafeteria if you're interested. And parents, if you're going to check out your student, just stop by the office and let them know. They'll take care of it. But just let them know so we'll know where everybody is. It looks like it stopped raining for the time being, so it might be a good time to do that. But again, congratulations everybody, and thanks everybody for coming.